Imagine this. You board a flight, fasten your seatbelt, and as you stare out the window, watching clouds drift by, you slowly fall asleep. But when you wake up and the plane finally lands, you look outside and the world has jumped 37 years into the future. Your age, not a single day older, but everything around you feels completely unfamiliar. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if I told you a story claims this actually happened to Pan Am Flight 914, a plane that didn't just disappear for days or years, but decades? Today, we're not just telling a mystery story, we're investigating it like forensic detectives. Did this really happen, or is it one of the greatest hoaxes ever created? Part 1. The Disappearance. The story begins on July 2, 1955. A Douglas DC-4 aircraft takes off from New York, heading to Miami, Florida. On board, 57 passengers and 6 crew members. A normal day, a routine flight. The captain, an experienced pilot, guides the aircraft smoothly to cruising altitude. Everything was going exactly as planned, until suddenly, without any warning, the aircraft disappears from radar. Completely. Air traffic controllers panic. They try to make contact again and again, but no response. Search operations begin immediately. Military jets are deployed. Rescue teams scan the ocean, mountains, every possible location. Days turn into weeks. Families wait in agony, hoping for a miracle. But nothing is found. No wreckage, no survivors, not even a clue. It was as if the plane had simply vanished into thin air. Eventually, the case is closed, marked as one of aviation history's.
But then, something impossible happens. On September 9, 1992, air traffic controllers in Caracas, Venezuela, detect something unusual on radar. An old, propeller-driven aircraft appears suddenly out of nowhere. Confused, they try to communicate. And then, a voice replies, "This is Pan Am Flight 1914 requesting permission to land." Silence fills the control room, because that flight disappeared 37 years ago. Yet somehow, it's here. The plane lands, ground staff rush toward it, they look inside and freeze. Passengers are sitting calmly, alive, unchanged, not aged, as if time never touched them. Even more shocking, the passengers believe they are still flying to Miami. They have no idea decades have passed. Doctors and officials rush in, trying to understand the situation. But then, something strange happens. The pilot looks at a calendar, checks the date, and suddenly throws it out the window. Moments later, the engines roar back to life, the plane takes off again, and disappears forever. Part 3. Theories and explanations. So what really happened? Some believe the plane entered a time portal, a wormhole, a distortion in space-time where time moves differently. According to Albert Einstein, time can slow down or speed up depending on gravity and motion. If the aircraft entered such a zone, for passengers only hours passed, but for the outside world, 37 years went by. Others believe something more mysterious: aliens. Some claim the aircraft was taken, studied, and then returned, with memories erased. A common theme in many UFO stories. Then there are conspiracy theories, secret government experiments. During the Cold War, the U.S. conducted classified tests, some involving advanced technology, even mind control programs like MK Ultra. Could Flight 914 have been part of something hidden, something never meant to be revealed? But now,
let's step back and face reality. Because here's the truth. There is no real evidence that this event ever happened. No official aviation records, no verified radar data, no credible sources. In fact, this entire story traces back to a tabloid newspaper, Weekly World News, a publication known for sensational and fictional stories. Even the images used were stock photos. Over time, the story spread across the internet, videos, articles, retellings, until people started believing it was real. But it wasn't. It was a carefully crafted hoax. And that is what makes this story truly fascinating. Not time travel, not aliens, but how easily a fictional story can become truth in the digital age. So, next time you hear something unbelievable, ask yourself, is it real or just a well-told illusion? What do you think? Could something like this ever happen? Or was it always just a story? Let me know in the comments.